Time out. I'm not going to take it down because I stand by what I tweeted.
Universal Media TV.
The best platform on YouTube and Instagram for news and entertainment.
Subscribe now.
There's been a lot of speculation of why I wasn't on air yesterday, and I won't get into speculation or conjecture, innuendo, but I will say this. In watching that game on Monday night, what happened to Damar Hamlin struck me a little different. As a brotherhood in the NFL, when injuries happen, when we know injuries are a part of the game, I've seen guys suffer ACLs and Achilles tear, but I've never seen anybody have to be revived and fight for their life on the field. So it struck me a little differently. Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down, but I didn't want it.
Well, time out. I'm not going to take it down because I stand by what I tweeted.
Somebody get that guy out of here. What kind of world are we living in?
I'm not going to take it down because I stand by what I tweeted.
Somebody cancel that guy. Get rid of him. Get him out of here.
Skip, let me finish.
All right, okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Go ahead, let's go, Jen.
What was going through your mind during all of this?
Okay.
I mean, I cannot even get through a monologue without you interrupting me.
Well,
you could have came back, Skip.
Well, I thought,
Skip, just let.
I didn't know you were going to bring up
No,
this.
I was just going to say, Skip, I didn't want to yesterday to get into a situation where Damar Hamlin was the issue. We should have been talking about him and not get into your tweet. That's what I was going to do. But you can't even let me finish my opening monologue without you interrupting.
Okay. I was under the impression you weren't going to bring this up because nobody here had a problem with that tweet.
No. Clearly, the bosses wanted you to offer explanations, so clearly somebody.
No, they did not have. Nobody.
Let's go, Jen.
When it comes to race, I could well be wrong. Now for the tricky part. But in this case, I don't care. I'm going to tell you what's in my heart. And I'm going to tell you why this is the essence of who I am in life and on television. Katie Bell Henderson worked for my grandmother in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. My grandmother traveled in her work, and she needed somebody to run the household. And Katie Bell had been with her for a long time, and Katie Bell took over the household. Everybody loved Katie Bell, but they treated her like an equal. They treated her like one of the family. You're just gonna have to trust me on this. She was an authority figure. Katie Bell was just Katie Bell to me. So I never was taught to look down on her. Her parents came from Birmingham, Alabama. But Katie Bell was born and raised on the south side of Chicago. And trust me, she was as tough as she was sweet. She had the biggest, quickest smile I've ever seen. And she had the biggest, quickest laugh I've ever heard. But when it came to discipline, Katie Bell would put her hands on me.
Katie Bell would put her hands on me.
She was a stoutly built woman, and she was strong, and she would punish me. My father and my mother were alcoholic wrecks, but I spent an inordinate amount of time with Katie Bell. Everything I learned about right and wrong came from Katie Bell. Katie Bell was far more of a mother to me than my mother was, far more. I trusted her, I believed in her, and she treated me like her son. And obviously, I learned a little about Black people. Never really thought about it. It wasn't like a conscious effort, but just by association. You want to talk about a blessing for me? An AME church in Oklahoma City that was obviously all Black. So I got to experience what it felt like to be the only white face in a Black congregation. And I was just a little kid, and they treated me like a little prince. And yet, compared to the church I went to, a Methodist church, and I'll leave you with this. I wanted to go to Katie Bell's church. Man, they got into it. It was fun. It was joyful.
Shannon, let me start with you. What did you make of this?
Oh, that's a beautiful banner. And they could have unfurled that in any other stadium, in any other state. But it happened in that stadium, in that state, in that city. Because although we do know racism exists all across America, but for you, on your part, the failure to acknowledge it, because now we're starting to see that white people, and that's what we need for them to acknowledge that it does exist. And for them to do, and it had to be Skip. That's how prevalent racism is in our society.
So you are saying you liked this?
Oh, I love it.
Okay, good.
I love
Get
it.
that on record.
I love it.
Okay.
I don't like it. I mean, you know, I like broccoli.
You don't like
I like it. I like it. Now, I love me some chicken breast. I love me some sea bass.
This is chicken breast.
Okay.
That's sea bass.
Okay.
Woo, I can eat sea bass every day. I love it, Rob Parker.
I'm still not sure about the message